Somewhere in the world, there may already be a company more powerful than a country, not because it has a flag, not because it has an army, not because it owns mountains, rivers, borders, or a capital city, but because every morning, millions of people wake up and touch something it controls. Your phone, your money, your messages, your maps, your memories, your work, your attention. And that is where the question becomes uncomfortable. Because power does not always look like a soldier standing at a border. Sometimes, power looks like a button that says, accept terms and conditions. For most of history, countries were the biggest things humans built. They made the laws. They printed the money. They controlled the roads. They decided who could enter, who could leave, and what happened if someone broke the rules. A country was not just land. It was the system around your life. Then companies became bigger. Not just shops. Not just factories. Not just people selling things. They became networks. A search engine became the way people find truth. A social platform became the way people argue about politics. An online store became the way people buy almost everything. A cloud company became the place where governments store their own data. And slowly, without anyone voting for it, private companies moved into the spaces countries used to control. Think about money. A country can print currency, but a company can decide whether your payment goes through. It can freeze an account, block a transaction, remove a seller, or make it impossible for a business to survive online. No police, no court, no dramatic speech, just a quiet message on a screen. Your account has been suspended. Think about speech. A country can pass a law about what people are allowed to say, but a company can decide what billions of people actually see. It can boost one story, hide another, remove a video, recommend a rumor, or make a person famous in a single night. And the strange part is, most people will never know why. They will just call it the algorithm, as if the algorithm is weather, as if it is not designed by someone. Think about infrastructure. A country has roads, bridges, ports, and power lines, but the modern world also runs on invisible roads. Servers, satellites, app stores, cloud platforms, undersea cables, chips smaller than your fingernail. If those systems stop working, a country does not simply become annoyed. Hospitals slow down, banks freeze, airports panic, government websites disappear. Soldiers may even lose communication. So who is more powerful, the country with the law, or the company with the switch? This sounds like a future problem, but it is not. It has already happened before. Hundreds of years ago, a trading company went to India to make money. It was not a country. It did not begin as an empire. It began as merchants looking for profit. But over time, the East India Company became something much stranger. It collected taxes, it controlled territory, it fought wars, it influenced governments, it ruled over millions of people. A company became almost country-shaped, and that is the warning hidden in history. Companies do not need to become countries to act like them. They just need enough control over what people need. Today, that control does not usually come from soldiers. It comes from convenience. You use the platform because everyone else is there. You use the phone because your life is already inside it. You use the cloud because rebuilding everything would be too expensive. You use the payment system because customers expect it. At first, it feels like choice. Then it becomes habit. Then it becomes dependency. And dependency is a quiet form of power. This is why some companies can sit across from governments and negotiate almost like equals. They can say, if you tax us too much, we may leave. If you regulate us too hard, innovation may slow down. If you block our service, your citizens will be angry. If you want our technology, here are our conditions. That does not sound like a normal business conversation. It sounds like diplomacy. And sometimes, countries blink first. But here is the other side. Countries are not weak. A company may have users, money, data, and influence. But a country still has courts, police, borders, taxes, prisons, the legal right to use force. A company can ban you from a platform. A country can ban the platform. A company can move money around the world. A country can freeze assets. A company can influence elections. A country can investigate, fine, break up, or nationalize a company. So the answer is not simple. A company usually cannot become more powerful than every country, but it can become more powerful than some countries in some very important ways. A small country may control a piece of land. A giant company may control a piece of everyone's life. A country may have 10 million citizens. A platform may have 3 billion users. A country may write laws inside its borders. A company may write rules that follow you everywhere. That is the strange new shape of power. Not a throne, not a crown, not a palace, a login screen. And maybe the real question is not, can a company become more powerful than a country? Maybe the real question is, if a country depends on a company to function, who is really in charge? Because the most powerful ruler in the modern world may not look like a president, a king, or a general. It may look like an app you forgot you cannot live without.